About a month ago, Rebel Wolves released a gameplay overview and an official gameplay trailer video of their upcoming RPG, The Blood of Dawnwalker, where we were basically shown a brief overview of what the story of the game basically is and how the game will play, as well as some of its mechanics. Overall, the game looks incredibly promising, and I cannot wait to actually play it once it's finally out. The gameplay overview makes it clear that we can explore everything we see around us, so it is an open-world RPG akin to The Witcher, filled with various side quests to do and places to explore. We are also informed that there are about 3 boroughs we will be able to visit, each one with its own unique characteristics, feel, and I'm guessing unique quests as well, just like in The Witcher 3. There, we will be able to find blacksmiths, armorers, medics, and merchants of all kinds. It's also made clear that there are many choices in the game, and choosing when and even how to approach these quests will result in very different experiences each time, something that will help immensely with the game's replayability. For example, you could try to take on the vampire lords from the get-go, bypassing and ignoring all other quests, main and side ones alike. I personally wouldn't recommend it, but it's nice to know that the option is there. We were also shown a bit of the combat system and how it all works. To me, it's a mixture of The Witcher 3 and Kingdom Come Deliverance, as you will be able to choose one of 4 directions to attack from, as well as take note of the direction the enemies are attacking you from in order to be able to block or parry their attacks. Fighting will also feel tactical charges that fill up with each successful hit, block or parry, and once the charges are full, you'll be able to use other abilities that deal more damage or have other effects on the enemies. In this video, we were shown an ability called Boiling Blood, which, as the name would suggest, boils the enemy's blood and deals damage over time, and also Artery Attack, which decapitates the enemy instantly. The looting and inventory system is reminiscent of that of The Witcher 3, which I know annoyed some people, but I personally like it a lot. Skill trees are divided into 4 categories: human perks, which are self-explanatory, Vrakiri perks, meaning perks Cohen can tap into when he's in his vampire mode, aka at night, shared perks, which you can use both as a human and as a vampire, and lastly, active perks, which are the abilities we can activate after feeling the tactical charges that we talked about before. Health does not regenerate, however, and you'll need to use consumables to recover your health, and we are also warned that the hexes Cohen will utilize will use part of his health bar as well, as the magic in this game will always exact a price when you use it. But of course, if you choose to upgrade the Frugal Witchcraft skill, said price won't be as steep and the game won't be as punishing. Taking advantage of the vampires taking over, other creatures stepped out of the shadows as well. Many lurk the streets at night, while others, like the Uriash, one of whom was also shown standing around during this demo, are out during the day as well. Taking note of the NPCs is also very crucial, as some of them and their interactions will clue us in on other side quests or even finding treasures. Our choices are also timed, so we have to think on our feet about certain decisions, and we also learned that player freedom reigns supreme here, and it's made clear that there are multiple paths leading to the same goal. So the quests are not of the cookie-cutter variety wherein you just go from A to B to C and call it a day. Here, the objective will still be C, but there will be various ways to get to it. Many parts of the world will also be inaccessible to human Cohen, like getting up the scaffolding, for example, while others will be inaccessible to vampire Cohen, like being able to just walk into a church, since vampire Cohen stands out and the church will be closed at night anyway. So choosing when to do a quest is important as well. At night, Cohen can tap into his vampiric abilities and also gain new ways to traverse the environment around him. For example, being able to shadow step from roof to roof and also being able to walk on walls. At night, however, our health bar is also our blood hunger bar. Every night, Cohen starts out hungry for blood, and if we choose not to feed him, he won't be able to use his vampiric abilities to the fullest, or we also run the risk of Cohen getting so hungry that he just attacks a random NPC or someone who's important to the story or to the quest, meaning we might break some quests or lock ourselves out of certain paths if we're not careful. What is more, we can feed on NPCs, but that doesn't mean we unalive them. We get to choose how much we drink unless Cohen is super thirsty, in which case he will lose control and unalive the person he's feeding on. We will also have the chance to investigate and piece together whatever is going on with the vampire lords on our own. And as for the music, it is just phenomenal as one would expect, and it reminds me of the incredible music in The Witcher 3. Of course, not everything looks polished or ready yet, but let's not forget that while this is footage of actual gameplay, the game itself is still in its pre-beta phase, so I don't mind the junky looking characters and graphics in some scenes, as I know this is not the finished product. Many people have complained about the placement of the camera when playing as well, but the studio has already said that they will be looking into it, so a studio actually listening and taking feedback into consideration is a breath of fresh air for me. And I'm not that worried about the game, to be honest, as the studio seems to be open to feedback when it comes to the game at least, and I'm hoping the final product is as amazing as it has currently promised to be. And also, let us not overlook the fact that the studio was willing to show us actual gameplay even at such an early stage of the game's development, which by today's standards is an achievement in and of itself, as the bar is literally on the floor when it comes to studios and their transparency. Overall, it's been a while since an RPG felt this immersive, but the fact this studio is made up of Witcher veterans helps me remain hopeful that this game will be on par with the Witcher universe in regards to lore, writing, immersion, and character depth, as well as development. Having said that, however, I do keep in mind that this will be their first independent game ever, so our expectations should be realistic here, I think, because many people adore The Witcher 3 but forget how Witcher 1 and 2 played and looked. They were both still incredible games, but they definitely didn't look or play anything like The Witcher 3 did. All studios have to start somewhere, and this looks like a great start to kick off the Dawn Walker saga.